Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get ready for another exclusive. Go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's show. I'm your host, Bob Riley, and you're listening to Call Outs from the Streets. This is our second episode, and it's going to be a live call-in show tonight. You can call in at 929-477-4108. That's 929-477-4108. You got something to say about the no prep scene, street racing, anything, call out anybody you want, just talk shit. There's been a lot of stuff out on the internet that's been surprising this past week. And I know it's been cold. Hell, it's been cold as shit here in North Carolina. And I tell you what, it's funny how the people being left inside and not being able to get out and race and everything, it's kind of weighed in on everybody. And I'll tell you what, people have just gone really, really crazy out here in the world. And it's funny. We had last night, we had the National Football Championship. Let me go ahead and just throw this out there. Roll Tide what? I mean, y'all led all three quarters and got heartbroken with 1 second left to go in the game. They played a hell of a ball game, though, so don't call in and beat the host up over that. But that was a pretty good ball game last night. But we want to talk about some racing tonight, and if you got anything you want to add, well, hell, we're here for the next 3 hours if caller participation allows. You can catch us over here on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Blog Talk Radio. And you can call into the show, 929-477-4108. Call outs from the street. This is our second episode. Last week we had Shane Lester and Scott Travis and Jason Sandrock on the show talking about the DeHellion Evil Twin and what Shane Lester's got going on with his little small tire Mustang. I wouldn't say it's little. That rascal's a damn beast. But heard a lot of talk about Kai Kelly's new car this week. There's been some internet wars going on between the 405 and the 601. I think they got it all worked out, and there'll be some money made in that venture between one team or another. And it all stimulated from the TV show when Chief said that the 601 only had one fast car down there, and I think he was implying on Kai Kelly's shocker, and them guys have gone back and forth, and I think they're planning some races, and the Bird Boys have been called out up there in Memphis, and let's talk about this a little bit. Memphis, these guys have no muffler whatsoever. I get the whole thing of, we're a team, ride and die together and all that stuff. But Tony Jr. has got a mouth over there in Memphis that just pisses a whole lot of people off. And that's the reason why I opened up this show tonight. We was going to get the Bird brothers on here, and we're still going to try to do that next week and let them talk about that fast-ass probe. But That Memphis crowd, man, good Lord. Them cats got a mouthpiece over there in the likes of Tony Jr., and that cat goes, I mean, he could piss off the Pope. And, he talks a little shit. I think he's like 16 or 17 years old, and he is really pissing people off in certain groups all over the country. And I watched the post grow to 1,000-something hits on it the other night, and I'm still trying to get somebody to go back through and read it out loud, because hell, after a while you get tired of scrolling. But y'all want to talk about that tonight? Call in 929-477-4108, and we're taking calls right now. Let's get this party started. There's so many people that's been keyboard racing out there all freaking week. Don't talk about it, be about it tonight. Say what's on your mind. Get on the show here, and it's no holds barred. This is a rated R show. It's on the radio. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm trying not to drop the F-bomb, but sometimes it just happens that way. We had like I said last week, we had a pretty good show with Shane Lester, and we got a lot of hits on Blog Talk Radio. So if you're out there listening on Blog Talk, get in here. Say what's on your mind tonight. You're listening to Call Outs from the Streets, and I'm your host, Bob Riley. I've been monitoring the internet, and it's pretty quiet for right now, so let's see what we can find out here. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm looking at a picture. I should put this up. Everything's a pro mod now. So they got R2D2 and CP30 in a picture on one of the groups there. There's some pretty good posts out today. I mean, it's been really quiet. Like I said, little Tony Jr., he's kind of on restriction right now because he's pissed off too many daggone people, and he pissed off the wrong one, and he got put in timeout for a few days, so you won't see him in certain groups. And I mean, if you guys just want to call in and talk about your cars, I mean, feel free to call in. 929-477-4108 is the number to call. We'll be on every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll go right up until midnight Eastern if we had the participation. But I just want everybody to, we got a live chat room up in YouTube. We got a chat room up in Blog Talk Radio. See how this is going to play out here. Excuse me. See if we got anybody in. I see people watching over here on YouTube. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And this show is definitely going to grow. I've got hopes for it, and hopefully we can get some caller participation here. We got somebody else messaging me. Let's see what they say. This comes from my old buddy Michael K. Michael, I like them all. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of them on here, but I like James Goad, Reaper. Talked with him this morning. He's got a fast-ass Camaro. That son of a bitch is just badass fast. It don't show it on the show, but I've seen it in action in person, and that son of a bitch will get Mike Murillo, Scott Taylor, all them guys are badass fast too. Great bunch of guys there. So we're going to try to get Mike Murillo and Scott Taylor on the show here in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully we can Robert O'Brien, I'm doing my own daggone show here. I've got them on record, DVR, you could say. But that was a question from Michael Coe, who's my favorite. Like I said, I like them all, Mike. They're all damn badass fast. I just like to watch good racing, and I love to hear the shit talk. I mean, hopefully we can get some people in here tonight and get some shit talking going on here. That being said, I'll call into the show and right. Pick a skin tone for your emoji. Wow. Never seen that, but okay. Anyways, you're watching Call Out from the and listening to Call Outs from the Streets. 929-477-4108. Ain't got nobody in chat, neither one. So, hell, you hide that. But let's see here. Oh, also join us in our public Facebook group, East Coast No Prep Drag Racing. You can find that on Facebook. Let's see here if we can get. Put this in chat in the YouTube channel there. But it's great to know. Hopefully some people get in here and want to talk about a few things. Boy, they sure raced them freaking keyboards this week. They talk more shit than the Chinese radio. And I tell you what, there was some of them, they were just stuck in a hole and wasn't going nowheres. But, you know, we can get on here and laugh and cut up and, you know, poke fun at each other. But some of these cats take this shit way too serious. And it goes beyond limits, I would say. And that being said, I mean, you know, you can only go so far, and somebody's going to want to punch you in the mouth. But you're listening to Call Outs from the Streets, 929-477-4108. Has anybody played this new game, Pro Series Drag Racing? And it seems like a pretty neat game. I guess it's raced on your phone or whatever. It's been a whole lot of these games I've been seeing. Let's talk about this. There's a big race coming up next month, Fat Tuesday, at Hub City Dragway down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I'll be there. But there's going to be a big battle, and who's it going to come down to? Jerry Bird in the Pro, Birdman and Birdman Racing, or David Bird Jones. This is the Battle of the Birds going down at Hub City Dragway at Tuesday 2017. And let's pull up the calendar on that and make sure that we give the right dates, because I don't want to say, well, Bob, he give up the wrong dates here. Pretty sure that it's the 24th and 25th of February that race is going to go down, and how it's all going to play out. I got the information on it today. Let's see if we can go and find that. Pull this up here. These guys are going to be racing. Here we go. Pretty big race from committed racers. You're going to have in the big tire. Scott Taylor, Johnny J, T. Thompson, Jerry Bird, Darrell Bird, Thomas Williams, Charlie Davis, Barry Nicholson, Jason Thames, and John Bister. But I've got an even better list than that, and the schedule of how it's going to play out. Let me get to my other page. That's going to be an epic race down there, and I can't wait to get down there myself to check that deal out, because it's going to be huge. Let's see. Starting the weekend off with a big bang. No prep shootouts. Grudge, February 24th and 25th. Keep in mind that's a Friday, and will be no prep. Sunday through Tuesday will be prep to the max. So Sunday through Tuesday, there'll be prep racing there. Big tire payout so far is 7,500, small tire 5,000, 6.0 class where you got to run 6.0, 100% payback, true street 100% payback. Just a few entries in the big tires and more to come. Kai Kelly's going to be there in the shocker. Jason Thames, Shane Lester is going to be in his prime evil in the big tire. Barry Nicholson, as I said, the Bird Brothers, big old Todd Skelton and Predator will be there. Chris Taggart will have a Swamp Thing there, the old flat top wagon there. Sean Wilhoit and Scotty Taylor will have John Doe there. Mike Murillo will be there. Disco Dean Carnes and Stinky Pinky. Got White Zombie, Mike Bankston, Billy Bankston, Tim Bankston, James Feeney, also known as Birdman, John Brister, Daniel Porlet. I can't pronounce his last name. He ain't going to freaking try. David Bird Jones, David Cook, Shannon Cohen, Charlie Davis, Mike Henson in Plan B. The 55 will be there. Will Barnes, Mustang Mike, Kayla Morton, another badass racer there, and Kayla Morton. So not far behind. I am sure I'm going to see that. Yeah, there he is. Boosted GT will be there in the small tires. Brandon Smith, Travis Santa Cruz, Shane Lester. Is he going to bring out the Hellion Evil Twin? My buddy CJ Law is going to be there. I think he's got an open call out with John Doe, Scott Taylor there, and John Doe. I think they're going to run a race back last year. I think CJ got out on Tree to Scott Taylor. I think that's what I saw in the video. But CJ Law got about the 330 foot mark and blew his mess up there, and John Doe took over the win for it. Kobe O'Neill's going to be there. Kyle Megason, Jason Flores, Andy Reynolds, Craig Kimball, Brent Self's going to be there. Harrison Williams, Harold Coulter is going to be there. Eric Burns is going to be there. Marvin Posey, Clay Busby. And this is all in the small tire class. Kurt Thornton there, Cody Holloway and The Love, Jason Mars, Young Gun's going to be there, Ryan Manuel, the Mule, let's see, Roxy's going to be there, Michael Miller, as I said, Boosted GT, Gary Gwynn, Nick Bullum, Falco is going to be there, and Nelson Mustang's going to be there. If anyone wants to lock in a grudge, let the people to be there at Hub City know CJ Law and John Doe is already locked in. We're going to find out who the real bird is. Battle of the Birds, Birdman versus Bird Boys versus Bird Jones. You can also get all that information coming up on our group website there real soon. Let's see. A lot of people are talking about one of the legends of drag racing, George Howard. Want to send out a big condolence to his family and friends, and prayers will be going out that George is just big in the drag racing history and goes way back. And he passed away the other day, and our thoughts and prayers goes out to the Howard family there. And let's switch over to the duck race down in Georgia. That's coming up here next month. We're about 30 days away from it. That's a big radio race down there in South Georgia. It was a big show that went on in Jackson, Mississippi. You probably caught some of them guys down there if you live down that way in Jackson. Over the weekend, you had Team Predator down there in Shocker. Just pretty much all the Mississippi and Louisiana boys down there letting the fans come out, and kind of a car show type deal, I guess. And I understand everybody had a good time there. It's almost half past the hour here. We'll go up until 9 o'clock if I don't get nobody in and want to talk. I'll end this show early tonight, and we'll go at it again next week. Kind of surprised that somebody keyboard raced all week long. Now they don't want to get in here and talk. But that's all right. We'll just go with it as it is, and it is what it is. Let me see if I can stir up a little bit. See if we can get some crap started here. Oh, I can't even freaking spell here, but we're going to see if we can stir up some trouble here. Hopefully we can get some participation in here tonight. Let's see. We can get um. Let's see if that won't get something started here. Now we got somebody in here already. Come on now. Pick up the phone, call 929-477. Tell us what 477-4108 and tell us what's on your mind. And I really I'm kind of curious to hear what people's got to say. Let's see if I can stir this up. There we go. That should bring them out the woodwork. Yeah, we trying to get some people in here and speak what's on their mind. You know, they talk more junk this week than the Chinese radio, like I said, and then they won't trying to see if we can get some precipitate shit, I can't even say the damn word. Participation. And see if we can get some people over here on the telephone lines. Nobody wants to call in. 929-477-4108 is the number to call. Speak your piece. Everybody must have got burned out, spun their tires out, had tire shake or whatever. And keyboard raced enough this week that they're all freaking tired now. And it's insane how much shit they can talk with the keyboards, but they won't get on here and express what's really on their mind and say it out loud. I mean, hopefully we can get some people in here and everybody's lighting up the lines nowheres here. Let me pull this over here. We got live chat up. We got people over in Norway. They must street race over there in Norway and give a holler over there to Norway. I'm pretty confident after this show gets out there and people gets a gist of what we're all about here on call outs from the streets. We'll start getting a lot more participation going on, but been on air now for 41 minutes and nobody wants to get on here, and well, I say about 28 minutes now. Wants to get in here and chat up about what's going on in their minds as far as racing is concerned. So it's pretty crazy if you ask me, but them cats were hot this week on the damn keyboards. That's for damn sure. Oh, didn't even talk about this. If you're a NASCAR fan, what about old Carl Edwards retiring? What the hell is that all about? That's crazy. Let's see what we got. Ooh. David Bird Jones posted about 5 hours ago on Instagram. Call-outs are strong during wintertime. Holler at me in February. It deserves a good old check mark there. David is a nut. It's kind of crazy. I'm trying to get Kyle Kelly on the daggone show if I could ever get him tracked down and held up. And oh Lord, we got stuff from Justin Race Car McDaniel. Best view of going on there, but yeah, a lot of stuff talked about that race over there in Memphis. The Birds say they can't find their way out of Memphis. They beat Birdman once. JJ the Boss is a hell of a driver. Give the man that much credit, but his crew over there, boy, them some rough crowds. They'll talk more shit than Chinese fucking radio. But Harold Bird said they can't find. He's going to send them a map and see if they can't find a way out of Memphis. You know, the Bird boys are definitely street. They wanted to see a video, and you know, regardless, let's put this out there right now. Regardless, whether you race at a track, street, you're racing. Period. Whether it's a no prep street race or prepped, I mean, it don't matter. You're doing what you want to do to have fun. And that being said, you know, some people's got to relax. Tony Jr. is like, you know, he talked about the Bird brothers. You know, they couldn't come up with no video. There's plenty of videos of them street racing. Yes, they are on a show, and yes, they're racing on a closed street with police blocked off, and they got an ambulance crew and all that, which I like to see. Personally, I'd rather have an ambulance, fire, the whole gambit right there with me, knowing that if I get in trouble or wreck my shit, I got help right there, period. And, you know, they can say what they want to, that they're real street racers, this, that, and the other. Well, it's all fine until somebody gets fucking hurt. And then it'll be a sad day. I'm just saying. And, you know, we can armchair quarterback a bunch of people and point fingers and who don't do this and who don't do that. But I look at it like this. There's going to be a lot of hurt feelings come springtime when a bunch of people roll up out there in Memphis and puts money out and lines everybody up, and you know there's going to be some hurt feelings, period. And you know, I'm not choosing sides there, but there's going to be some hurt feelings. There's going to be some wins and there's going to be some losses. That's racing. But you know, Tony Jr., if you're out there listening, I just want to give you this little piece of information. If, and I'm saying if y'all was to get a show in Memphis, you're going to be doing the same freaking shit that the rest of these guys are doing for the damn TV show. You're going to be racing on closed streets. You will have your shit blocked off like it was blocked off when they done the fucking show the other week when JJ got his ass handed to him. Now, that being said, slow your roll, cowboy. Just slow your freaking roll. You know, I mean, you talk more shit about, oh, we street, we do this, Kai don't street, such and such don't street. Dude, you know damn good and well that Kai streets, the rest of them street. Oh, y'all want to say, well, they don't want street on our street because we're asphalt. Have you ever been to New Orleans? Ever? That's one fucked up area of a street is New Orleans. And that pad is not smooth, cuz. And what is the pad? Asphalt. Just saying, you know. I'm sure there's plenty of areas out in Louisiana, Mississippi. It's got some, you know, flat lands, wide enough spaces, just like there is in Arkansas and Tennessee, that people get down on. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. But, dude, I mean, calling out people that were racing before you were a spot on your daddy's leg, come on. I mean, you got to relax on that, dude. Show a little bit of respect. And I hope you get a little bit of respect about you. You know, yeah, you can cause a little butt hurt, and I've been at it a couple of times with you guys, but then, you know, I see it's not worth it. I put a call out to your daddy, told him what was on my mind. By the end of the conversation, you know, we saw eye to eye on shit. And I've let it go since then. And I was kind of happy when I seen they kicked your nuts in the corner, put you in timeout. Maybe when you come back, if you come back, you'll have a little bit different respect about you. You know, I'm sure JJ's an excellent person, Precious and all them. I'm sure they're all good people. All of you are good people. But there's a line that you got to draw or it's going to piss people off. I mean, you call it butt hurt. I call it you can get your ass whooped. And that goes for anybody. I mean, there's a fine line that we all have got to walk, and people need to realize that. So, I mean, it's all fun and games, and let's see who has the best car. Let's not run our mouths. Let's run our cars. That's the bottom line. Why? Because Stone Cold said so. All right, let's see. Talking about this guy called Sim ABC XYZ. And he just gets his shit strictly from the internet. I mean, Facebook, period. He'll even say that. I mean, you know, a lot of these guys just have not got a freaking clue. If you want to know something, seek the truth. At least do your freaking research. You know, and don't put your nose where it don't belong. I mean, you know, these are grown ass men, and they got real money. They got real race cars, and half the people I've seen keyboard racing this week. I mean, fuck. They don't even have a freaking car, a job, or much less anything else. And, you know, and they're right there beating their chest and everything. One individual, I won't call no names, J.C. Craig. You like that, huh? I warned him the other night. I'm like, dude, you're fixing to get the shit stomped out of you right there in front of God and everybody on Facebook. He got beat down too because Bobby Ducati freaking laid into his ass like there was no tomorrow. You know, there's a lot of people over there that are tired of the Memphis scene. Well, I wouldn't say tired of everybody because they are some very respectable people in the 901. Miko's, CJ, Jason Thames. There's a lot of them guys over there. Don't get me wrong, not all of them, but there's the little mouthpieces that just want to rib everybody and think that they're better than everybody else, and trying to make a name. And I get it. Okay, you're trying to get out there and get saw. Well, at what level do you want to be seen as? I mean, we can look at it as villain or hero. To me, I don't want to be a villain. I want to be the hero of the day. And I want my car to be able to sit there and, let it speak for itself. Pushing these keyboards and everything, and he said, she said, and, I mean, what the fuck? Okay? It's winter time. And, we're getting call outs. I know you guys over there in Memphis, y'all race every night if you could. Hell, everybody would if we could. But a lot of people are taking time to getting their cars right. It's a new year, a new season. I mean, that's the way shit happens. In off season, everybody builds their shit, and there's a lot of people building cars right now. But at the same time, don't you get butt hurt when it starts getting warm and people start coming to Memphis and bust that ass, because it's just going to take one time to bust that ass, and then y'all need to fucking travel. Yeah, y'all said you went to Tulsa, and JJ did beat Birdman. A win's a win. I get that. And there's a lot of controversy behind that bullshit too. But, when people come over there and bust that ass, y'all need to sit down and quit popping that old thing underneath that nose. Because, I mean, seriously, you catch that wrong individual and they run across you at a race, it might be a brawl instead of a drag race. And we don't need that in this sport. It's plain and simple. I mean, yeah, it's one thing to talk a little shit and, but these guys have earned the right to be picky who they race or whatever. I get that too. But, don't disrespect these guys. On either side. Neither side needs to disrespect anybody. It's about racing. And, right now there's a good thing going on with drag racing. I mean, you got NASCAR, you got NHRA, just so many different series of drag racing, IHRA, all that stuff. But here's the thing, and we appreciate the viewers out on the other side of the big pond. I got like 5 over there right now in Germany, and even got one in Italy. Wow. Anyways, there's a lot of big time sports, and with the big corporate racing deals, not everybody's a John Forrest. Not everybody's a Dale Jr. I mean, we're street racers, grudge racers. We don't have the big budgets. There's a lot of hard work that goes into these cars, and a lot of money that is spent to get to the level that these guys have done. Yeah, maybe a TV show has had a little factor in it, but I can assure you one thing, that Pilgrim Studios, Discovery, none of them fuckers are paying a dime to what these boys are spending on these cars. I'd be venture to say they ain't getting nothing, which I have heard that from some well-known guys in the Discovery group there that races over there. So take that for what it's worth. You know, it's nothing like that. The racing's real. I've heard shit about people saying that the racing's fake, and you know, they might have a little bit of a script going there. You know, kind of like a wrestling deal. It's entertainment, but you can bet your ass when them cars get a lane, it's on. It's real money and real racing. I mean, period. Don't get it twisted and think that, oh, these guys are movie stars and actors and whatever. These people work hard for their money. They got real jobs. That's a lot more than what some of you out there running your lips on down Facebook can fucking say. I mean, it is what it is. Call it what you will. I call it like I see it. If you got something to say, call in now. 929-477-4108. Let's hear what your thoughts are. Come on, there's got to be somebody out here that wants to talk about something. I mean, we ain't got to point fingers at nobody. We can talk about race cars. Talk about the pro mods. I love it. Or would what you would want to see in 2017, some of the matchups. Who would be some of the matchups you would like to see in 2017? The number is 929-477-4108. That's 929-477-4108. We just want to see where your mind is right now. I can get something that I can play a little bit of music. Take a little break here. Maybe we'll get some callers in here. Oh, me. Just think it's really cool to see all these cats that talked all that junk this week. Now they won't get in here and talk. So what's really on their minds, I'm giving people plenty of opportunity to do this, by the way. I mean, it's plenty of opportunity. And so far, that's not the one I wanted. Let's see here. Well, let me try this then. My old trusty channel there. There we go. We're going to take a break and see if anybody wants to come in and play. Go ahead and call in now, 929-477-4108. Just call in to say hey. I'd greatly appreciate that. Give me a chance to test some of my equipment out here. But we'll be back in about 2 minutes. All right, we're back. You've been listening to Call Outs from the Streets. Live call in number is 929-477-4108. I'm your host, Bob Riley. We're here every Tuesday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern is when we go live every week. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to build this show up. We got some drivers we're going to bring in here, and they're well-known drivers. But, I mean, we're going to bring in drivers they ain't on the TV show as well. I mean, we're going to have real race car drivers that, you know, that want to talk about the sport. And, you know, we'll have some of these cats that'll get in heated battles and want to call out people. And, you know, that's what we're about. A little bit of grudge racing and no prep racing, street racing, call it what you want. We're here and we want to build this show up. So be sure to tell all your friends, share our link. Hopefully we'll be able to go Facebook Live next week, and that's going to be a real cool deal when we're able to do that, simultaneously be live on 3 different networks and build this audience up. But if you want to get in on the show, 929-477-4108. I'm taking calls right now. People in chats. Be sure to call us up and tell us what's on your mind. Hit us up in chat over here. Be willing to check everybody out over here as well. Trying to get this thing. It's crazy. They got so much stuff on here and then just jacked it all up. But no, we'll be live every week on YouTube, live on Blog Talk Radio. That's what gives us our platform to be able to have the live call-ins. If you want to join our show, all you got to do is call in at 929-477-4108. We're going to try to get, you know, these top name drivers in here and talk about what they do week in and week out, especially after the season starts going. We're going to try to keep you up to par with what's going on in all the different no prep races that'll be going on around the country, and we'll be following the Dirty South No Prep series really close. We got some news coming up here real soon about that. Some events coming up in North Carolina. Eastern North Carolina, right here in Fayetteville, to be exact. We're going to be putting out some dates real soon, so hopefully we'll have some news on that here real soon as well. But we're really looking forward to this upcoming race season, and hopefully it'll be a great year for drag racing in general, especially in the no prep and street scenes here across the country. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. Oh, if you want to get a copy of the show, it's available at Blog Talk Radio, and all you got to do is look out call outs from the streets. And once you get to our page, there'll be a list of episodes that you can download and listen to at any time. But generally after the live talk show, usually I got pictures scrolling across YouTube, but I didn't put that up tonight. I wanted everybody to be able to see that live call-in number, which is 929-477-4108, and be able to call in and, say what was on their mind. But you can download the show, like I said, generally 5 to 10 minutes after it's over with. You can download the whole show and listen to it at your convenience. Be sure to share. Be sure to share with your friends through YouTube or wherever. We're trying to build up this awareness here on the East Coast for no prep and street racing and whatnot. And there's going to be a lot of things to come over the next couple of months here for the state of North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, pretty much up and down the East Coast. It's pretty much burned out over there in the Midwest. Well, I wouldn't say burned out, but people know what they're getting over there. So that being said, we hope to have everybody over here in North Carolina and up and down the East Coast to be able to go and see a good no prep race. But you ain't going to know unless you get connected, and this show is what it's about. Call outs from the streets. Also, check us out over there at Facebook groups. That's Facebook/groups/East Coast No Prep Drag Racing. It's a public group. You still got to be added by a member, and I got plenty of admins in that room. We'll talk about anything. You can get all kinds of information there through our group. We got a lot of drivers in there that participate, and they'll more than welcome you to the area of our group. And they're normal people. I mean, some of them are on TV shows, but you know what? They're still normal people. They still put their pants on one leg at a time. And, the only person I don't know that probably wouldn't do that would be probably Kayla Morton, and that is if she wore a dress. But if she wears jeans or whatever, we're going to put them on one leg at a time. These are normal people. They just happen to be a little bit more famous in the racing department, but I'm sure that, for the normal Joe out there that ain't a gearhead like we are, see them in a grocery store, they wouldn't know who the hell they are. So, I mean, just saying. But anyways, we don't look like we're going to get any callers in here this week. We'll try again next week. we're going to leave it here. We've been here for an hour now. I don't think I'm going to sit here for another 2 hours and wait for people to call in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button here. Call outs from the streets on YouTube. Be sure to check us out at Blog Talk Radio, Call Outs from the Streets. And check out our group, Facebook/groups/East Coast No Prep Racing. And also we got a fan page at All In No Prep Racing. And be sure to check us out. Check out our website at allinnoprep.com. And be sure to keep an eye on the website there, as we're that's still a work in progress type thing, and we'll be adding events here real soon to it, and got a lot coming up over the next course of several months. But we appreciate the ones that did join us. Somebody wants to get on and talk, man. I don't know why. That keyboard raced all week and all my keyboard racers ain't here. But, oh well. It is what it is. Remember, folks over there in Memphis, slow your roll. And, have fun. That's what this is all about. Have fun and talk shit. Don't get in over your head. Anyways, hopefully we can get in on the other show that's in progress right now, and I might have to change it because there's a lot of people that listen to another radio show, and I think I'm competing with that. Anyways, catch us next week at 9 p.m. Tuesday night. That's 9 p.m. Eastern, here live on Call Outs from the Streets. Write that number down, 929-477-4108. I'm your host, Bob Riley. We'll catch you next time. And we hope everybody has a good week. Race safe. And put the hammer down. I'm Bob Riley. Good night, everybody.